Hi everyone, this is Wendy. I'm on to do a project for the creative team for Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft this month. It's National Scrapbooking Month and you would have already seen me make my gorgeous box. Oh my gosh, I just love this. You would have seen me make that in the last video, but I want to put a journal in here and some other little bits. So I just thought I would get on and make the journal today. I've started by using the Graphic 45 full bloom paper, and I'm actually going to, this is going to be the cover, the blue side. I think it's just so that all the papers are just so gorgeous and it's so hard to decide and to cut, but I'm cutting them just. So what I've done, I'm going to make my cover out of the Graphic 45, that's Graphic 45 too. Did I say Kaiser Craft? I think I've been calling it the craft sheet. That's where I got Kaiser Craft from. The Graphic 45. I've still got, I've only got one sheet left. I'll have to order some more, Vera. Because this is good stuff. I really like the chipboard sheets in the 12 by 12 side. So this is Graphic 45 chipboard and the Graphic 45 paper. So what I've done, I've cut my spine here at 1 inch by 6.5, and the front and back cover are cut at 5 inches by 6.5 down this way. Okay, and all I'm going to do is glue those. I actually might use some tape if I can find it. There it is. I'll use some tape as well as glue. I know a lot of people think, why do you use 2 lots of adhesive? Because over time the double-sided tape stops sticking, and I like putting the double-sided tape down first, because then it attaches itself directly to the paper while the glue is drying. So that's my reasoning, and I know for a fact that it doesn't really matter what double-sided tape you use, even that hard, that strong one, the red one. Even using that, over time it is going to end up pulling up. So that's why I always put a wet glue on top of it. A lot of people don't, but I do. Just gives me peace of mind. Okay, so I'm just putting some tape down on my boards. I'm going to start here. I've actually marked a pencil mark down here for this one to go in first. And if I can see that, we'll put that right there. Okie doke. Just want to try and, there we go. Okay, so I've got that one down. Now I'll put the spine down. And I'm just going to put my ruler up there so I go straight. I'm going to leave about an eighth of an inch gap. If I can get it down there properly. Okay, that'll do. And the same size gap as there, which is about there. Okie doke. Now I'll just trim this off here. that way. And we'll cut that off. And I'm just going to bend up the sides. Okie doke. And just grab my scissors. Bend these up again and give them another push down. Now we'll glue these down. Okay, so that's the cover done. Just gently fold that up. I will wait for that glue just to catch properly on that side. Okay, but it does fold up nicely. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to cut a piece for this side, and I want it 1 before 11 and 2 before 6.5. So now for the inside. Oh, look at these gorgeous papers. Let's do got a green. I don't really know which one I like this one here. Okay, so I'm going to use that one, but I'm going to use the reverse side of it. This one here is Little Women. It's called Little Women. So I'm going to use this one here. I am going to go around the edges. I'm going to put some glue on this one. That down. That looks pretty good, just there. So I'm just going to let that dry. So there's the cover, that's the outside, and that's the inside cover. And just going to let that dry, and I'm going to go and cut some pages for the inside of it. My cover's just about dry, I think. So what I'm going to do is just gently work the spine. Okay, so, oh, that looks so nice, doesn't it? Okay, so that's going to be the cover for the journal. It's not a very big one, but I want it to fit in there nicely and not be too big and bulky. I just want something nice, just so that I can write some remember memories down inside of it. Okay, yep, that's good. Now the pages I'm going to make 4 3/4. That's about there. Yeah, about 2 before the 5 and 6 3. Alright, so I'm thinking of having 4 signatures. Now this one here is going to be, these papers here are going to be the covers for my signatures. I'm going to have that one as an outside. Fold it down. Okay, so they're the covers that I'm using with those papers. I'm not worrying about that because I did cut that one a bit too thin here, but that's okay because I can use this piece for another project, and this is going to get covered up anyway. Alright, so they're the 4 covers for my journal. Okay, so now I just have to go and get some papers for the inside and I'll be back. Alright, so I grabbed out some papers from my supplies. I've got some music paper, some pattern paper sheets, some typing paper and just some graph paper and some pages from a magazine as well. So all I'm going to do now is cut these to the right size. So the height is 6 1/4, and I'm hoping I can cut at least 4 pages at once. Oh, might need a new blade. So there's that one, and 9 1/2. So that looks okay. Alright, so there's the first lot. Now we've got these ones. I can just add a couple of pages in of the music sheets, because they did love their music back in those days, Little Women. And the last lot are some graph pages. Okay, so they're all my pages cut to the right size, and now it's just a matter of folding them and putting them in the covers for my signatures. Okay. And when I put my signatures together with the papers, I like having like a mix of like old and new papers, rather eclectic look. And I love this blue, which I think it's not quite the same as that, but it kind of like complements it, so it looks pretty. This piece here is from a typing instruction book, and I just love it because it's got pencil marks all the way through it. These two pieces of pattern paper are from a previous project that I had left over, so that was pretty good. And I was actually going to leave these, because these papers, music sheet papers, were folded in half. And I was going to leave them in half, but then I forgot. But that doesn't matter, because now I can put like 2 in each signature. Okay, so now I'm just going to bring back in the covers for my signature. I should have 4. And just open up one and then just go and start putting a paper in here, and not necessarily in the same order, but I just want 2 of these. 2 of the maybe that one first. That one. 1, 2. Okay, so I should have 11 page. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'll just see what I've got left over. So that's the first one. Okay, now the second one. So I really don't know why I ended up with 1 extra of those. Okay, so they are going to be my signatures for my journal. And now I'm just thinking, is that too high? But no, that should be all right. Okay, they fit in there rather nicely. All right, so now I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to do it with not doing it through the spine. Now if you want to, you can cut down the sides to make them all even. I'm actually thinking I'm going to leave them out this time, because they don't really hang over that edge that much. They're pretty flush with it, and I don't mind that looking a little bit interesting there at the side. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get a piece of cardboard. Just thinking if I want to use that as the same cover. That there should be wide enough. I think I might use that. Oh, I actually have this piece left over from yesterday, so let's go with that one. Okay, so I just need to cut a little bit of this off, but I will get it the right height. What I'm going to do now, fold that there. That's going to be my first fold. This is nice sturdy paper, the Graphic 45. Okay, so that's going to go up there and come to the inside the back of my first signature. So I want that there, and I just mark this here where I want to cut that bit off. So that is going to go on my first signature. That one there, just like that. It's got the little flap at the front, and I'm going to leave that big at the back so it looks like another page. And I'm going to do another one. So I need to cut this one for the back. Okay, so that's that there. I'm going to fold that in half, I think, and have half and half. No, I'll let it go less than that. So I'm just going to fold this over for about, I don't know, about an inch, I think, because I can put another page on that. So just fold that, and I'll make this one my back page. So that's going to go on like that. Okay, so this one here is going to go flush up against the bottom there, like that, with the little flap there. Yep, I like that. So we'll have that one, then what do I want for the front? Then that one. Actually might change that around and have that the front signature. Okay, alright, so I've got them. I have my signatures done. Now I've got this ribbon from Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft. It's the premium ribbon, and it doesn't actually give you a name for it. It's from American Crafts, and it's got these gorgeous butterflies on it, but I just think it's just a little bit too bright for my liking. So I'm just going to grab my vintage ink, and I'm going to grunge it up a tad. Okay, not too much, but just take some of that white out, and I really should have seen how much I need first, which I'll do now. So we want that, and that's going to go around there. So let's do it about that long, which is, okay, 7 inches. We'll cut at 7 inches. Might do 5, one in the middle, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, we need 5 lengths of it at 7 inches. Okay, there's still quite a bit on there. That's good. Alright, we put that there, and I'll just get to grunge this up a bit. Now what I'm going to do is this is the first signature, and I've got my little cover on it like that, my cardboard cover. So I have showed you how I have done this spine before, and I will actually put that in my description so you can go and do it again. But what I'm going to do now is just work out, that's going up that way, so I'm going to have all my butterflies going up the right way. And what I might do this time is actually just put a smidge of glue. I did pin them last time, but I'm just going to roughly eyeball the center and put a tad of glue there and just hope that this holds. So I don't really need, I think just about there. Okay, and then do the same. Let me get rid of this paper. Then I know what I can do. Just put my ruler under here, just so that I'm not that far out when I put the other ones down. So that one's going there. And we've got 2 over here. There. And 1, 2 there. So this one here I'm just going to put close enough down to the bottom of the page. Like that. And then this one can go roughly in the centre. Like that. Then this one can go up near the top. Just about there. Down a little bit. There. And that one in the centre. So it's real. I really just eyeballed the distance. You can like measure it perfectly if you want. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to zigzag these bits of ribbon onto the actual piece of cardboard. Okay, and I will be back. Okay guys, I've just done a zigzag stitch just from the end of the ribbon to my fold, just like that. Okay, and now I'm just going to make a template for me to punch my holes. So all I do is just get another piece of paper or a bit of cardboard and fold it in half and line it up directly with the top and grab my pencil, which is where? Over here where I threw it. And then just mark a mark on either side of the ribbon, just like this. Oops, don't wobble it, because you're going to put a hole on either side of the ribbon to sew the signatures together. Oh, and there was a bit crooked, but that's okay, it should straighten up when we get there. Okay, so instead of just having like 5 holes, you actually have 10 holes, and then I just fold it back on itself like that and grab my awl and just ever so gently poke my holes through. I do right top up here so I know where the top is and where the bottom has to go. Okay, and I've got all my holes punched through my template now. So with this one, this is for the front signature. So I'm just going to grab my front signature and just go through, make sure I've got everything where I want it. Actually might turn that up that way. Turn that one around that way. Okay, alright, so get them all together and grab your clips. They're not my clips, there they are right in front of me, can't see for looking, and just grab a couple of clips. So we'll put that on there. Open it up at the centre. Just make sure it's nice and even. And clip that at the back there. And one there. Okay, and then put this in, put the top up the top. Make sure it's nice and snug. And then I will clip that one there. Sorry, my phone. I should have it turned off. Clip that one there and that one there. Okay, so now I'm just going to press my holes in. And that's going to go through there. Oh, this is going to be tough. And that one through there. And the last hole down here. Down there. And you can see where you've done your holes, it comes out on either side of your ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to just move my template out because you don't want to sew that in at all. Okay, so I'll move that out, and now I'll get some thread and a needle. Okay, and I just use I'm just going to use crochet thread for this, crochet cotton, and just like one and a bit more, because it's just a single stitch through out over the ribbon. Okay, so what you do, you start from the inside. Just like that, and I'm going to do like a loose knot just here. So with the loose knot, I mean I leave it open just like that, okay, because I'm going to come in over the ribbon on this side and go back through all the papers. And sorry, I'll do it this side. So that's going to go in and back through all my papers, okay, and I'll pull that, and it gets stitched over the ribbon there, okay, so I can pull it a bit more. And then I just put my needles straight through that loose knot, put my ribbon, my cord straight through the loose knot, and I just pull it tight. So it's just tight over. I pull on the right as well as on the left, and just pull it as tight as I can, just like that. And I should have kept a bit more on this side, I think. Okay, but I'll just pull it up like that, and that's attached to the bottom one. So then I just go in and out the holes like that, and back over this one. And just keep that nice and tight, just nice and firm over the ribbon. And then we go back over there, that one, and in that hole there. And this hole, and down that one, push it more down. And the last one up here. So that goes in there. I think my needle's a little bit too big for these, for the holes that I punched, but that's okay. And this one here. This doesn't seem to want to go through. There's always one, isn't there? There we go. That was, yeah, my needle is just a bit too big for that, I think. Okay, and then all you do is just pull that nice and firm, just up there. And what I do is then I can actually take these off now because I've done all that. Give me a bit more wriggle room. Okay, so all I do to finish it off is just put my needle through that last hoop and just knot it up at the top, and or you can pull it down that way too. Just keep that tight and pull it tight there, and then I'll just go and do another knot, just like that, and just pull that tight. Okay, alright, so and then I'll just cut that off there. Alright, so that's the first signature done, guys. And what I might do is just press these down a bit. Okay, so that's the first signature done with the loops on it. Okay, so that's the first one. Now to put the second one on, you get your second signature. Make sure it's how you want it. See, yeah, that's fine. Now what you do is you just join your signatures up, get them level, and join the front one with the back one. You don't have to use all the pages, I'm just going to do that like that. Okay, and I'll do it down here at the bottom. And I'll also, where's my, I'm going to put my my template in now, so that's up at the top, and I shall just put that in. You can go and do your holes first. Okay, I should actually show you that way first. Oh no, look, I won't worry about it now. So then you just go and mark all your holes, and I'll make the holes a bit bigger this time, I think, so my needle goes through better. Okay, I've got them all in, I think, and we'll just take out the template. Okay, and grab our bit of crochet wool and crochet cotton. And thread that through. Okay, put a little loose knot in the end. You can tie it really off any way you want, but this is just the way I do it. Okay, and I'm just going to start from the bottom and press that through, pull that up, and then go through my other hole over the ribbon, and what did I do there? Okay, let's do that one again, because I think I missed that. Right, there we go. Okay, and whoops, we'll pull that, and then I'm just going to loop my cord through there and just pull that tight, so we've got a little knot. And I like to have another little bit here just so that I can do another knot on top of that, if I can get my fingers to work. Okay, so that's tied that off there at the bottom. You can always snip those off. Okay, so now we go out through this hole. You've just got to make sure that you just go across the ribbon each time you come to the outside. Okay, so we've got that all done, and we've got all of our ribbons there. Now this is where you can just tighten that a bit. You can pull your ribbons down. It's up to you whether the distance that you have between the first and second signature. So that looks pretty good to me, just that distance there. So they're closed like that. Just going to pull that a bit tighter, I think. Just work it up a little bit more and pull that down. So you just pull your ribbons, but normally I would leave mine right until I've got all my signatures on, and then you can adjust it to however you want. Okay, so once that's sewn in, you can just take that off there and do my loop in under here, under that stitch there, and into a knot. Just pull it nice and tight, and that one, and just do another one on top of it just to hold it there in place. Okay, and then I'll just cut that off. Okay, so I've got two signatures together. Now for the third one, look, what I'll do, I do want to show you that you can do the holes in your signature before you actually put it on to the other book. So I'll just quickly show that. So I've just put my template in the middle of a signature, and I'm just going to punch the holes through. Okay, so I've punched the holes through, alright, and I'll just remove the template. And now I'll just attach this to the last signature that I've done. Okay, so now I'm right to go and sew the next signature on. Okay, and when you finish with all the signatures, then you can just adjust to adjust your ribbons to see what width you want. See, you might want to leave them really wide if you've got a large spine. I've only got an inch spine in mine, so I'm going to work it out so that there's like, when the four of them are together, there's about an inch in there. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. Grab some more of this. I think my fingers have had it for the day. Okay, so they're all over the ribbon. Give it a little tug to tighten off and let that go. And just make my little knot here at the top. So that's 3 signatures on. I've got one more to go. Now the last signature has got this little flap on it as well. Alright, so I'll just check my pages to make sure they're where I want them. Alright, so I'll just push that in there and put my template in up to the top, and we'll hold that on while I punch the holes. I'm just going to clip a couple of these books together because I don't like it when it's wobbly, it annoys me. I know you might think, oh my gosh, that's really fiddly, but really well worth it, because the way that the book opens and closes, the way that the pages open and close, it's just flat all the time, and it's just, I just think it's wonderful. Okay. Alright, so that is all my ribbons sewn over for my spine. Now you can see how you can adjust it with the ribbons, okay? So what you want to do now is just work out the width that you want your ribbons at. So I think that looks pretty good. What I might do is just clamp some of these together, and I can't. Yes, I can. I have a big clamp. Where is it? Okay, I'm just going to clamp that there and grab another one, and I'm just going to clamp this one here as well. Okay, so I've actually got my 4 signatures clamped together. So what you have to do now, they are a bit long, I will just trim these off a bit. Actually, I might leave them that long, because then I might be able to... No, I'll trim them a bit. They're just a bit too long for that back page there. My scissors are getting blunt. I normally get them sharpened, but with this isolation, I don't think that's really an essential thing anyway. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this down here. Glue those ribbons onto the back there, and I'm actually going to use some glitter, some art glitter glue. I've been using this very sparingly. So I'll do the centre one first. Alright, so I'm just going to let them dry before I take these clamps off the end. But yeah, that is the spine. Oh, it looks so lovely. And that's going to sit right there, and I think that's just exactly the right height for that. That's going to be so cool. What I am going to do is this back page here is going to be glued down to the inside back. So what I'm thinking, I might just glue that now. So I'll put some art glitter glue on here, because I know this does dry pretty fast, and I really shouldn't be using so much, but that's okay. Alright, and I'm going to just kind of line that up to where I want it, so it'll be just like that. I have to come up in a bit because my fold is there. Just a second. Okay, this is... I just don't like putting my finger in my glue, that's all. Okay, so that's got to go up just up there a bit more. So I'll check this now. Yep, that looks right. So it didn't quite cover the back page. So I'll give that a press down. But that's okay because the back inside page is going to be decorated anyway. And just press that down like that. Okay, so let's check. Oh, that looks so pretty. Okay, so the back inside page, I will put a couple of clamps on it just until that dries properly. So one up there and one right there, just so that that dries. Okay, so we'll leave that like that. just for the time being. That is so cool. Just there. Just need it on the end. No, what I might do, I'll close that up. I'll leave that down there, sitting on there. Okay, so, and that's it, guys. Wow, I love this. And I left a little bit of room, hopefully the same distance, between each of my signatures, but it just lies flat. Wherever you open it, the book just lies flat. It does have a little bit of wobble to it, but you know, that doesn't worry me in the slightest. It's not going to actually fall apart, if you know what I mean. And that gets closed up over just like that. Okay, so the next thing is for me to come back and decorate it. Inside of it there, you can see. Yay! I just love these. They're so pretty. Something a little bit different. I've just come back on, guys, just to show you my completed Do You Remember journal that's going to go in my gorgeous little box that I made in the keepsake box. So I ended up decorating the side with just a little bone coloured tassel and just a little, what do you call these? Like a fob watch type of thing that I had from my own supplies. I used a piece of this crocheted ribbon to tie it up with, and on the front I've got a matted black piece of cardboard, and then the back side of one of the Graphic 45 journaling and ephemera cards. I used, like the front of these cards have got the images on them, but I turned it over to use the back side just so that I could put some stickers on, do you remember? And then up here I've got one of the little chipboard decorative pieces, Once Upon a Lifetime, and they're from the Bow Bunny layered chipboard. Bow Bunny layered chipboard. It's got a name, I think. Once Upon a Lifetime layered chipboards. That's the name of theirs. These are just so gorgeous, like for vintage styled elements to go on your journal. So then I open it up here, and the cover is from the Graphic 45 Little Women collection, and you noticed on the front I've put another sheet of the Graphic 45 pattern paper over the parts that I had sewn, and then I've also just stuck this little image here. So on the front you could write, if you're giving it to someone, to or from, or just who this journal belongs to, you could just write a little personal message there. And then on the other side here of the little flap, I've just turned that into a pocket. I've just put some decorative paper from the Graphic 45 and just put in a couple of little journaling cards, little cards that you can journal on the back of. Okay, and here I've got some of the little embellishments from the sticker sheet, just made into tags. The sticker, I've just stuck the stickers on to some cardboard that I had here in my supplies and just put them in here. This is the Tim Holtz die set for the frame. You get the die. I don't think I've got it here next to me. I think I've actually packed it all away, but I'll just have a quick look just in case. No, I've packed it away. But this here, I also purchased this die set here from Aunty Vera as well. Okay, so that's a Tim Holtz design. I love it. I've finally got round to using it. And I've put like one of these in each of the signatures. Like you've seen me put the 4 signatures in. Okay, so there's really not that much decoration throughout the book. There's a little pocket there because I want it to use to add other things to it, and I wasn't sure on what pages, you know, I really wanted to decorate or to leave plain. So I have put a little pocket down there, and on a few of the pages I've just added a few more of the stickers from the sticker sheet. So that's one of the Little Women postage stamps. And we've got Joe up here in this corner, which was one of the sisters' names. But as you can see, there's not much there. I've just put this, stuck this page down so that you could do some journaling on and maybe put a photo on this side. But like, you can decorate it however you want. And I just love this binding because the book is always laying flat. Even though there's a little gap here, the book, there's a little bit of give so that the book just still lays flat. I just love this idea. And there's just another little sticker down there in the corner. And just some of the pages that I used throughout the signatures. So here's the start of the second signature. And I've just put in a few more little stickers backed onto some cardboard in that little, I think it's framelits, I'm not sure, but it's from Tim Holtz. It will be on the blog post at Aunty Vera, so if you want to go and check out which die set it was, it'll be on there. Okay. And then we've just got another journaling card just stuck there for some more journaling. And then another little pocket in this one, just to put one of the journaling cards in. It just turned out so lovely. Another little sticker down in the corner. And there's just some more pages. Another sticker up there, that's Meg, another one of the sisters. Another little women's stamp. And this is the start of the third signature, so there's another one of those little pockets there, and it's just got one of the bigger tags in it and just a couple of the smaller ones. A few of the pages, there's another journaling card glued in, a little bit of something on there. There's Beth, another sticker, another sister, another little sticker down there. So I really didn't, there's another stamp up there. I really didn't want to decorate this a lot before I actually started using it. There's another little pocket down the bottom there. And this is the start of the last signature with another one of those Tim Holtz pockets on the front. And there you can see there where I've just added this piece. Whoops. I've added this piece of the pattern paper just to that little flap there. And I don't mind that it's a little bit shorter. This was an offcut, so it just brought that little flap out. And nearly finished. Another stamp sticker in that corner. Amy is the last sister. So I used more or less 4 signatures for the 4 sisters. And see, and it's still laying flat. Well, it kind of like puffs up there a bit, but pops up there, not puffs, pops. And there's another little pocket, and the pocket was made out of some scraps from the other projects. And another little sticker down there, and another journaling card there. Okay, and in the back here, oh, and you noticed I put just some of the sticker borders just along the top there and along the top here, because this was a piece of offcut left over, and it had the graphic 45 and the barcode thing up the top. So instead of just, you know, cutting it and having the page shorter, I left it on there and just decorated the top of that so you couldn't see. And then of course the last page where I've got like a sort of a hidden pocket. So if you take that out there, you can't really notice it that much. I did ink it up there, which, you know, you don't have to, but I did. And that's just a nice big pocket to store in some more of the Little Women journaling cards. So that's it, guys. Oh, it looks lovely. I just love it. And it just came together so well. And the Graphic 45 Little Women collection, oh, just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial on how to make it, and you can read about it too over on the blog for Aunty Vera's Scrap and Craft. And I did want to mention just one thing. I did grab, in my supplies for the month, I did grab the Graphic 45 ornate metal corners, and I had planned to put them on this journal, but when I started I totally forgot that I had them. I really apologise. And then I decorated the front, and by the time I realised, I thought, oh, they're not going to fit on there properly, so I actually left them off. But I was going to decorate them with these metal corners, but I'll just have to save that for something else later on. Okay, so I just wanted to pop that in there because I just totally forgot. I was just having so much fun, and it, like, my process of putting this, making it and putting it together and then doing a bit of decoration, it just kept flowing. And by the time I remembered that, oh no, I was going to put these on the corners, and I didn't want to just put one here and maybe 2 on the back, because it just, to me, that would just bug me. So I'll have to use these for something else later on down the track. Okay, so I just wanted to pop that in there. And if you make one, I'd love to see photos of it in the Crafty Vera and Friends Facebook group. So go Team Wendy. So come on, guys, I hope you can get behind me and make one for yourself. Okay, you have a great day, stay healthy, and I will catch you later. Bye bye.